My name is Lady Zamar. I am a writer, amongst other things. I've worked with different composers, different writers, different vocalists, and different producers. Just to drop a few names: Luna Cafe, Prince KB, Shega. There's a lot. Java, Saudi. I've worked with a lot of people. I think I've only been around for 2.5 to 3 years now. I think I first got my break in 2014, and then the real break in 2015, yeah. So 2.5 years. I registered as a SAMRO member in 2015. I really didn't know anything about it until a very close person told me about it. They said to me that with all the music that I've done, I need to make sure that nobody else can claim any kind of intellectual ownership over it except me, myself. So I came to SAMRO with the assistance of someone else who was close at the time, and I registered. My very first SAMRO check, I was at the store, at the grocery store. I had a couple of errands to run that day, and I didn't have any money with me. And I was so frantic because my manager at the time had not yet made a payment into my account for other things that we had finished up. So I decided to check out my phone, and that's when I saw this large amount of money in there. And luckily for me, because I was so confused, my publisher called me and told me, "Listen, have you gotten your first check?" And I was like, I think I did, this is it. And the very first thing I bought was a car, because I needed one at the time, and I didn't want a bank to own my car. You know, the first car, just didn't want anyone to have any kind of ownership of it, so I bought it cash. We really do try to get as many venues having or hosting me as possible that are registered with SAMRO. I mean, it's much easier when you're in the urban areas, you know. But when you go out to places where they don't really have access to things like DSTV, they don't have access to any kind of radio whatsoever. What they do know is they've heard your song in a taxi or something like that. It's so much harder, and I really wish that SAMRO would go to these places as well and register those small establishments into their systems so that it makes it easier for us artists to go perform everywhere and have peace of mind. For anyone who wants to be a songwriter within the music industry, whether it's in South Africa or wherever, I would say really find your voice. You cannot write without knowing who you are, without understanding what you want to say, without knowing the kind of message that you want to broadcast out there. Because writing is such an intricate thing. You need to speak not just for yourself, you need to speak for everyone else. So you cannot speak for anyone else if you don't know what to say about yourself or for yourself. So more than anything, find yourself, find your individuality, find your way of looking at the world, find your perspective. And that way you'll become the greatest in whatever you are doing and the greatest in what you are writing. I'm registered with SAMRO, and that is how I get my SAMRO check.